All right, here I am sitting here in the comfort of my home that I built literally with my own hands, myself and the brother, and years and years and years ago. And I'm looking at programs and I'm watching this thing because there's always an argument over gun control. Some people call it quote unquote gun violence. Did you know it's a violent thing for you to be able to defend yourself against enemies? Now watch this. My question, and I'm going to label this to liberals, okay? If you're in a situation out here in the public, be a city, town, laundromat, gas station, shopping center, mall, or whatever, and something breaks out, and there are some bad guys there, and they have guns, and they intend on doing you or anybody else is in their way harm, who is responsible? This is my question. Who is responsible for my defense? Who is responsible for your defense? Who is responsible to defend you? I want to hear this because it's questions like these that need to be asked. It's questions like these that really, truly need to be thought through, because if you turn around and tell me that while all this violence is going down, that it's the cop's responsibility to defend me, which I already know, that by law, the cops are not, they're not designed to defend you from any enemies, foreign or domestics. They're not designed for that. And too many times, more often than not, if you dial 911 and you're there defending yourself and a cop comes up on the scene, they don't know who you are. They just called. You chances are you may be the enemy. And as my old saying goes, you may dial 911 and die yourself. It happens all the time, from Australia to the United States of America. So here's the burning question. And I want all the people who believe that guns should be out of the hands of American people and that they do not have the right to defend themselves. I want you to answer for me, who will defend us when evil goes down? Whose responsibility is that? I want to hear that answer. I may come back in another video and give you the answer. Most of you who are responsible gun owners, you already know. After all, again, I had to make sure I look around. I'm sitting here in my living room. And remember I told you about the 3-foot rule? Sitting right here within 3 feet, arm's length. You should have it. Even though I live in a very rural area. I live in the country. I live out here where the deers and the antelope play. I wish I could say antelope, but ain't no antelope out here. But, as the song goes, deer, wild turkey. My nearest neighbor is, I would say, maybe 3/4 of a mile away from me. My nearest neighbor, maybe 3/4 of a mile. And we're not on good speaking terms. Because I live in a rural country area where I, myself personally, am a minority. Melanated people, black people in this particular township, city, parish, county, whatever you want to call it, we are, watch this, less than 1% of the population out of 25,000 plus people. Think about that. And I'm sitting here, right here. So you tell me, especially with people who love to come down this country dead end road at night, 2:30 in the morning, screeching out tires and carrying on and all like it, even though we got them on camera. I already done pressed charges against 2 or 3 people and everything and warned those and caused great financial hardship on them. But my question is, I'm going to end this video on this, and just gave you a couple of situations and narratives, the reason why that myself, and I'm going to leave right there, I'm responsible for my own defense. So I want to know by the liberals and their comprehension and understanding of things, who is responsible for all of us out here in America to defend ourselves whenever evil comes our way? Because I know just as well as you do that we do not get to pick the day, the time, or the hour when evil comes our way. Come on, let's hear it.